Yo guys, it's your boy the Purist. Thank you for joining us on the Purist podcast. I'm here with the number one Anthony Joshua hater, my brother.
Yeah, I'm the one that wasn't fooled, but call me a hater. Oh yeah,
Alright, we're here to talk about last weekend's boxing card. We're going to talk about the card from top to bottom, but this week we're going to start with the main event. Anthony Joshua was stopped by Andy Ruiz Jr., who becomes the first Mexican heavyweight champion. We've done a fight breakdown, you can check that out on the YouTube page, but let's just get straight into the aftermath. They're going to have a rematch in November or December. So how do you think that's going to play out?
The question is, in the first 10-30 seconds, why is Ruiz walking you down? Unless he controls that, basically, alright, Joshua's weaknesses, yeah? He's a bit chinny. His footwork ain't the greatest. What's another? He can't actually exchange. He can't exchange as well. I think when you actually make him fight. So the problem is, you know, when someone's walking you down, it's mentally fatiguing and it's physically fatiguing as well, because I think he's tense. So I think he was doubly tense in that fight. Forget all the problems. So I don't do the hypotheticals of the training camp was bad, he was knocked out, this. I'm just saying stylistically 100%, even if you're 100% fit, someone's walking you down. What we see that with Lomachenko, we've seen that with Golovkin. It's mentally fatiguing, and he had nothing to hold him off with. So stylistically there's a lot of problems that needs to fix. So that's where I'll start with.
I think he needs to use that jab. That's the one thing, because even when we go into this rematch, not many people ask what can Ruiz do better. It's always based on what's Joshua going to do. So if he does use that stick, that jab, because even I think the first round hits him with a jab and he turns his whole face around, innit? So I think if it uses that, it will help. But he hasn't ever changed anything in training camp. They've never really seen improvements, or he comes back with something different. What I do think is, you said Joshua's footwork was bad, but I think Ruiz's is worse. Because there was that round where Joshua was tired and Ruiz was chasing him around and he dropped his hands and Joshua literally went, I'm taking a rest, innit? So I think although it's tiring to stay on the back foot, I don't think Ruiz can close the distance and cut off the ring. Even against Parker, he saw that same problem. So it'll be an interesting one. Normally you just think, the rematch will get him back, but this one is actually a
I'll ask you a question though, like sport, elite sport, it's not different to me, yeah? IQ eventually plays a part, yeah? When was the last time you saw Joshua fix a puzzle? He's never had to.
Yeah. So
this is going to be the first puzzle he's had to fix. I think that's also a big problem. So we can say he was what's the word? He was matched quickly. He's got a very good resume, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like he's been made to work for his career, or how many. And if you look at Joshua's a lot of he's not really faced a lot of punches. That's also probably. So I think there's he's regressed. I believe that a younger Joshua, might have beaten this guy. And I don't know. He looks heavy. It's just basically, obviously Joshua starts as favourite in whatever rematch, but he needs. There's a lot to fix, basically. Yeah.
Because even that younger Joshua, he was 235 pounds with fast hands, innit? Now 247 pounds, it's just way too heavy. Even I think Lennox Lewis, when he was out of shape, he was that weight, and they're the same height, innit?
Okay,
so he had stamina issues sometimes, innit? But that's when he was overly weight. So I think he has to cut that weight. But you can't do that in 6 months though. You can't, innit?
So and even what? So that's the Joshua thing. There's a lot of factors in it. There's also Robert McCracken. To me, his best fighter is Carl Froch. Yeah. Carl Froch's best attribute was what?
The chin.
Exactly. Like, what's going on here? And Froch didn't show me any. No skills, no nothing. It was chin, determination, and craft. I think that's Joshua's biggest weakness for me. I don't believe Joshua has a chin. I feel like hit him in the right spots. His legs are too big as well. That's what makes him stiff.
He looked overly muscular.
The legs are looking like it's like a So I maybe he's just there might be a factor of Joshua's whole physical composition is just wrong for the sport that he's in.
Nah, it's definitely, you're not supposed to be that muscular. No long reigning champions ever been that muscular. It just don't work. Even Klitschko, he knew how to lose weight when he was young. He needs to rebuild his career how Klitschko did as well. You can't forget about exchanging, forget about anything. You just have to jab and grab and just keep someone at bay.
Like using the Klitschko example, Klitschko is to jab and grab. Joshua can't actually grab. It looked like he when he's trying to grab Ruiz was hitting him at the same time. So,
but I think he was already hurt, though. That's the thing. Yeah. So everything he done after that was just bad.
Because basically, the jab worked for Joshua, but whenever he threw the right hand, problems would always come. Because the right hand, Ruiz always made him miss, and then after he missed that, an exchange would happen, and Ruiz is just the scary part is. Ruiz was more accurate and faster than him. Yeah,
and do you know what it is as well? When he throws the right hand, even Dylan White said that he brings it down and then he comes back up. So in an exchange, I think that's how Ruiz dropped him, innit?
Yeah, I think I think he threw the right hand, and by the time he's got up, he's got hit a few times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's something that's to work on. That's just not being a boxer, innit? Because obviously he started it late. Ruiz being a boxer since he was young, so he hasn't got the muscle memory, and a lot of it I do think is respect as well. He looked like he just expected to just knock him over and get him out.
But then see, this is a if the third round doesn't happen, would we be having this conversation? And I think one of the things I said was the worst thing to happen to Joshua was
the Brazil fight.
Yeah, Wilder knocking out Brazil in 3 rounds. It just because you knew then Joshua was thinking, okay, I need to perform, I need to knock this guy out. And see, with Joshua, he's a good finisher, but normally his opponents are hurt before he goes in. I think he didn't know that Ruiz wasn't hurt. I think it was like a flash knockdown. His legs weren't doing funny. So I don't understand why it's a 10-8 round. Relax, carry on how it was going. Just do their job there. So,
but you know what it is? When I watched it back, he actually hit Ruiz with a right hand, and then he had that flurry that knocked him down.
Okay.
And when he got up, he hit Ruiz with like 3-4 punches again, and then he got caught. So I think he thought, I'm getting to him. Yeah, he was overzealous. He tried to rush it, and it didn't work.
But then the question is, what if Ruiz's chin can hold up to Joshua's power? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, Ruiz is gonna trouble him in the next fight.
Yeah, of course.
So then what happens then?
So you have to just. With this fight, he took it as, I need to knock this guy out. Next fight, he has to just, I need to win. Just box him on the back foot. Do what you need to do. Just make sure you get the points. You win the round. And just make sure you win the fight. Forget about knocking him out.
But then how will Joshua fight tired? Because he is gonna get tired. As an example, yeah, it's inevitable during this fight. In the next fight, this guy throws 3-4 combinations. He's gassed for the whole, not even just 1 round.
For the next few.
Yeah. So how's he fixing that?
I don't know. But I still, whether he got knocked down or anything in sparring, he was tired after the first round and nothing happened, didn't it? So I think there were stamina issues. He will fix that. So I don't think it will be as bad. Maybe late. We'll see how it goes, but. I don't know. And obviously Ruiz coming off a fight 6 weeks ago.
Yeah,
he was in shape, innit? He was in good shape. And the body shots. That's the one thing though. He's gonna have to learn how to get away from the body shots or even land some of his own.
Because that's what happened in the 6th round, yeah. Round 4, 5, it was. I think after the 3rd round we all knew what was happening in it. But fourth round, I think that was Joshua's best round, you know.
You think so?
Or 5th.
5th.
Yeah, it stabilised. 6th round he was winning as well. Yeah.
Until the last minute.
Until like literally, what? But then the thing is, like I've watched it back. Yeah. In the 6th round, 2 minutes. Yeah, Joshua was winning, and then the last minute, I don't know. It looked like he was back to the 3rd round, Joshua, and then I think it was like 30 seconds until the end of the round. That body shot, it literally took everything out of him. And I think that's why it was like, why am I feeling like this? Because if you watch it, I think he hits him with, I think Ruiz tries it 2 or 3 times prior to actually connecting. Yeah, body shot, and I think you knew, okay, this guy's tired. Okay, maybe body shot. I know if Joshua loses a rematch, I will not be the least surprised. Actually, I'm expecting him to lose a rematch. That's how bad it is.
Losing the rematch, it won't be a surprise. That's true. Even the poll I put out, most people think Ruiz will win. So I still think he'll take in the rematch. I don't know. Everything didn't seem right to me with that first fight. So, and of course I'm a fan of his, innit? So you better win the rematch, innit? He has to win. He ain't got no choice.
Listen, guys, for all those watching, as Joshua was getting knocked out, I was upstanding. Kill him! Whatever punch, I don't know, because it looked like they were just grazing, innit? Like you don't really connect with the last.
If you watch the thing, like the last knockdown, looks like it wasn't even touched, didn't it? If you watch the slow mo one, he hits him with a left and a right, like literally rapid speed. Like, he's got fast hands. It's crazy.
What are Joshua's attributes? Because we keep. I live away from the hype. I mean, to me, when I think someone's hyped, I naturally have a dislike for you because I feel like I am being cheated. Yeah, it's media doping. Yeah, that's how I put it. Like, it's, you get what I'm saying. You've got an unfair like advantage as well, because how many brands believe what Eddie Hearn is telling them about Joshua? It's just a, and at the end of the day, I see this as a sport. Yeah, you can call me crazy, whatever. It's a sport at the end of the day, and if something is a bit unfair, I'm like, yeah, it just puts me off you. So what are Joshua's strengths and weaknesses?
That's a tough question. I think his size, that's his biggest strength. He's a big guy, in it. He can keep that range.
But then he's a big guy that lets people walk him down.
Yeah, but I think that's more training, innit? I don't think he was even walking down, because Povetkin wasn't walking him down per se. Especially because the first few rounds tried to exchange, and then he wanted to work on the back foot. One thing I was thinking of, Klitschko versus David Haye. From the first round, Klitschko made sure Haye was on the back foot on the ropes, innit? Joshua hasn't got that ring generalship. I think he's a carbon copy of Klitschko about the ring generalship.
He is the closest thing we have to Klitschko. I was thinking that today, yeah.
Actually, they have the same style and they have the same dodgy chin. When he uses it, his jab is good, innit? I think it's not active enough. I think his distance control is good as well, but he just can't control the landscape of the ring. But he can control distance well. Like against Parker, he's always at that certain range. When he keeps that long range, he's good at that. I was gonna say he's fast, but it's not fast like Ruiz. But I still think early in his career he had hand speed like Ruiz. He's too big now. But yeah, and obviously he's got power, innit? Yeah.
Because I was thinking, so against the example is the Parker fight, yeah. How many right hands did he throw against Parker?
A lot.
I think so.
Yeah. Not a lot, but he tried.
Because I don't know, that fight, it felt like Parker was in survival mode basically, and he couldn't actually knock him out. We might tell ourselves because of this. Even Takam was surviving way too many rounds. He was getting hit too much to be still there. And in that Takam fight, yeah, a lot of the weaknesses we're seeing now were exposed in that one. Whenever AJ had a flurry, when he looked like the referee would stop it, Takam would come back. That's what kept Takam safe. So it shows that after Joshua's done what he has to do, there's always the opportunity for you to come back at him. So
that's what they say, punches, isn't it? When a puncher throws, when he finishes, that's your best time to hit him. He ain't got no energy left.
This Joshua thing, it's I don't know. I feel like no one knows how good Anthony Joshua is. That's how I see it. I feel like he's and you only get to know after they fought good fighters, isn't it? Because even the Povetkin one, you've seen a lot of, in some of Joshua's fights where you can say, okay, he's fighting guys who are technically more accomplished than him. It's just that obviously he's young and he's physically very, very strong. Because in the first 2 or 3 rounds, I would say I don't think I was watching it with some friends, yeah, casuals, put it that way. And when they sit down to watch Joshua, they're expecting him to beat someone up or fight. They're like, oh, why is Joshua not throwing punches? Ooh, because in the Povetkin caught him with 2 or 3 left hooks early on, and it's like, So it's I don't know, man. It's and this Joshua for Joshua to, in a hypothetical sense, to dominate the heavyweight division, he has to be a boring fighter, as we said, Klitschko example. Because with his size, he can literally just keep everyone off him. But I don't know if he has. But he's shown us that he's patient enough to do it. But I don't know if brand AJ can allow him to do that. Maybe that's the biggest problem. Brand AJ, innit?
Yeah, I think the hype around him. He didn't even look. I think it's weird because your perception of AJ is shaped by everyone else's perception of him. Understand what Eddie Hearn says on that? Because he always said the loss don't mean much to him. Like, the way he talks, he's very level-headed, but it's everything around him that comes differently, innit? But sometimes the hype seeps in and you start to believe it, innit? That's why, because if he was level-headed, he would never have said, I need to make a spectacular knockout. So I think next fight he'll say that to himself, said, you've got to make it boring, just make sure I get the win, and just we'll move on to the next. If he does lose again, what do you think that's going to mean for him?
If he loses again, because there was an element of a David Price performance in it. There was a little bit of a David Price thing, but I don't think he would. I think we need to move away from all this. A loss does this or that, because what's stopping? So let's say hypothetically, Joshua loses again. It depends on what they want to do, because he can still make a hell of a lot of money. Joshua can fight Daniel Dubois, and that's making a lot of money. Yeah, he'll fight Dylan White. There's enough British heavyweights. Yeah. Who do they have? They have Parker. He could literally just go back in the ring there with Parker. Yeah, start again.
Hergovic,
there's
Usyk.
I don't think he's not feeding him Usyk if he loses this fight. No way.
Down the line.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not, because the heavyweight division,
it's actually
in the last year, it's come up now. Yeah, there's a lot more fights out there, and that means there's more shocks or surprises coming for everyone, apart from a fully fit Tyson Fury. Sorry, but his IQ he's smarter than all of them. You can see when he's speaking. Yeah, so that's what I think. It's IQ. That's why I'm confident in Fury. The rest, we've seen Wilder but wobbled by Ortiz. We've seen Fury beat Deontay Wilder. So I simply think a fight I've always wanted to see is Parker Wilder. I think Parker gives Wilder a lot of problems, because I like Parker's chin, and I feel like boxing ability Parker's better. So that's one where Wilder will have problems. But anyway, because it's hard to land on Parker, innit, that right hand. So yeah, I with Joshua, the only problem, anyways, I don't believe in this losses mean anything to you. Look at how much money has Amir Khan made from losses. Look at we got Derek Chisora.
But Joshua's fan base, they booed him after that loss.
Yeah, but I think they booed the loss
more than him.
Yeah, it was like they went to watch a movie that they didn't like. It was like, oh, we're booing the show we don't like, or we just watch, rather than, you get what I mean? I think it was and how many, like in the UK, how many people are gonna turn up for Anthony Joshua? A lot. I don't see right now. Joshua Ruiz is making a hell of a lot of money. Yeah,
they'll sell out next time.
The problem is, they want to make the fight back in the UK. Yeah, 1, Ruiz is gonna want it in America. 2, where do you think the Zone's gonna want it?
Sky Sports are putting pressure on Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, but the Zone are not giving. I mean, Sky Sports are not giving Eddie Hearn $1 billion deal.
True.
Yeah, like money talks at the end of the day. I think so. Think about it. Yeah, these guys have Canelo. I think the best place to do that rematch. But then the question is, if they give Ruiz everything he wants, put it that way, like as in I say, because I feel like Ruiz's demands might make them the most money. Make this fight in Vegas. Yeah, get the Mexicans. I don't care how British, how much money is in Britain. In Vegas, yeah, you're making a hell of a lot of money. Yeah. If Ruiz is marketed properly, yeah, and what he went on Jimmy Kimmel yesterday, if he's going on a lot of these different shows, might go to Mexico. How many people do you think in Mexico are gonna know who this guy is?
Everyone knows him now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, this could make as much. This might make more money than Wilder Fury. Easily.
Maybe.
Why not?
You never know, innit? You think they'll sell out in Vegas, innit?
I think this fight, people, okay,
you can't underestimate the Mexican.
I'm gonna make that. I think no one understands how big this fight is. If you notice, the last 2 days I'm telling you, like, this is a big fight now. It's a big fight. Even in the UK, it's selling out Wembley. You know that, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Like,
even fight week, you could feel this one was quite a big fight as well. It was a vibe.
It got bigger, innit? It got bigger. Yeah, it's just like it was a contrast. Even in the ring, you're like, it looks like one guy's body is just bubbling over. It looks like a mess a little bit. You're like, what's going on? Until Ruiz started landing, you're like, okay, this is a good. Yeah.
But even so, it is because Joshua is the biggest boxer out there as well.
Yeah.
That helps it a lot.
I can't remember what question you asked me.
I said, what the loss mean? But I forget that. What the win mean for Ruiz? Do you think he can beat Fury or Wilder?
See, that's the problem, is how marketable is Ruiz? Ask that question as in, are you gonna cash out on him now and feed him to Wilder, or do you give him a Brazil, a few, because PBC have 1 or 2 fighters in it. What's the Nigerian guy? Ugo Zuno.
Yeah, Ugono.
Yeah, Uzo Ugono. Yeah, you get him to say they might, but then
even Molina.
yeah, like I think if Ruiz wins, like that guy earned, man. Give him. I know everyone wants the unification, the undisputed. I want people to eat. Let that guy eat his food.
You can have a mandatory.
Get another Snickers. And then who's the mandatories?
WBO will be Usyk. IBF will be Pulev.
He's beating Pulev.
Who would be the WBA? I can't remember. Trevor Bryan or something like that.
We'll see. Might go. But then him and Dylan White. That's a good fight. And I think Dylan White is one of the most overrated British fighters. I'm really, really sorry, but he gets hit way too much. Jerick Chisora hit him way too much for my liking. You can tell me, he timed him. What? So he's getting hit for 11 rounds. What's he timing?
Well, even that's what I used to say. But when he beat Parker,
but that's because Parker's a really small heavyweight, and he bullied him. It was a physical. Even the interview today was like I pushed him around like a rag doll. Like it was like me fighting. It's like one of my big dogs fighting a small dog. It was a physical. He wasn't trying to beat him on, and he basically took the will out of Parker. Parker didn't want to be there. Parker felt sorry for himself in the end. I don't know. I think that and then what? So let's say Dylan White wants to trade, and this guy's hitting him 10 punches, and then we know this guy can hurt him. What happens then?
Yeah, it'll be over.
You get what I'm saying, innit? But yeah,
do you think he could beat Wilder?
Ruiz Wilder. I don't. For some reason, I don't see that. I think he's not the most difficult to hit. And if he's moving forward, that right hand is problematic, man. Listen, come on, man. That's like that's a golden goal, man. Like you could be winning 10-0. It kills everything. That's why I don't know. It's Wilder thing is a problem.
His power is different, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why like you asked me what happened to Joshua after. On a good day, Joshua beats everyone. I can actually accept that. On a good day, he can beat everyone. But how many good days is he having though? Because
it's been a long time, isn't it?
And some people have ways of you can take him out of his comfort zone. Like I don't feel like he can't problem solve, and the thing about being at the top is everyone else is watching you. They're all saying, "Oh, Joshua, how do I beat him?" So yeah, but the heavyweight division now is thriving. It's good to see.
Yeah, the last bit on Joshua. All the rumours of he was dropped in sparring. He had a panic attack. Eddie Hearn gave him a Xanax. You've heard all the And obviously the main one, his dad shouting at Eddie Hearn after the fight. What do you think the story is behind that?
I think there something must have happened. Yeah, whatever it is. But obviously Eddie Hearn's first show in America. You've got the Gerald Miner problem. Even it's not like what you had the Takan fight. Who Pulev pulled out? Because before that, Joshua's career was really smooth. Yeah, everything was working out as planned. So change of opponent, and then now to pull out of the show, it is not happening. After Usyk, fight was cancelled. The zone, you know what I'm trying to say, it was impossible. So I can fully accept that there might have been a problem, and it's not a story that can be like, because I understand that if there was a problem, he's definitely pulling him out. I mean, if there was a problem, he's keeping it like.
He wouldn't.
Yeah, and it's because he's thinking, it's just Andy Ruiz, that fat guy. We're just gonna knock him out. So I accept that. What's your take on it?
I don't know if I believe the rumours, but like I said, there's more than meets the eye. There's definitely something that must have happened where he wasn't 100%. Because his stamina, he's got bad stamina, but it looked extra bad, didn't it?
First round he was gone. That's the thing.
Exactly.
That's all. First round, I'm like, what? Because even like watch it in the thing. It was like, so what do I do now? He's asking his coach. Then he's like, just throw a straight hand. No need for hook shit. Oh, so it's too early, yeah? That's what I was telling his trainer. Like that's literally what he told him. Was like, it's too early for that. And he kept coming back. But then at the same time, the questions he was asking, this was on the first round. It was like
asking weird questions.
Yeah, it was like he was unsure of himself from the beginning. So
there was definitely something fishy in it, but we'll let know. But imagine if it's 100% in the rematch and he still loses. That's a very bad look.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this card. Let's pick the interesting one first. Katie Taylor becomes the undisputed lightweight champion, beating Delphine Persoon. I think the majority decision, right?
Yeah. I think no split. Is it not split? Oh, the majority.
I think one was a draw, innit?
Okay.
Yeah. That Katie Taylor's always in probably like the best fight of the night, innit? The most competitive. What do you think of the decision?
Yeah. I'll flip it back a bit. A good boxer, I believe, hypnotizes the opponent into not throwing. Yeah, you have to, obviously you can be a good boxer or whatever, but you have to make the other person think, oh shit, I can't just come in, or you know. Mayweather Maidana, first 4 rounds in the first fight, Maidana just throwing them crazy stuff in it. As the fight wore on, he stopped. In the second fight, he couldn't do nothing. Manny Pacquiao, when you think of Manny Pacquiao, what's the first thing he's gonna do?
Volume.
Yeah. In the first round, Mayweather was like, yo, sit back down, relax. Yeah. Katie Taylor weighed in like what? I think like almost like quite a bit heavier than this woman. You know, this woman was light. Yeah, Person. Well, I can't pronounce her name, but it looked like Persons. But yeah, Pursuing. Yeah. But she out hustled her. Like she was basically Josh Warrington in the ring.
That's a good example.
So, yo, I'm sorry, Katie. You definitely lost that fight. I was getting angry. I was like, these are the things that get me angry about boxing, and I'm like, you know, and you're like, oh, why am I sometimes harsh on Eddie Hearn and others? Because Eddie Hearn tries to sell that, oh, I'm the best, but it's because I'm the best, I'm cleanest. Yeah, none of my fighters get drug tested. You can come to the UK, you get fair decisions. He tries to portray that image of he's the moral victor. That's why it's like boxing's better, boxing's this. But
every promoter does that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, Katie Taylor lost. I can't go any farther than that, because even if there was you could even argue that there was times when it looked like she wanted it to stop.
Yeah, if it was another round.
Yeah. So I think she lost it. What about you?
I had a draw. I had a draw, but it's one of them ones where, if you was to give it to anyone, you have to give it to Pursuing, innit? She deserved to leave the ring with at least 1 belt. So it's a bit of a bad one. But in a rematch, how do you see that happening? Do you think she's gonna adjust, or is she gonna get roughed up again?
Yeah, that's because I think the longer the fight went on, the better Pursuing was.
Yeah.
So if but then even early though, even like it's Katie Taylor doesn't hit hard enough to put this girl to make her stop.
And she has a lot of mistakes that she needs to correct.
Yeah,
as well.
and I think she's like the Amir Khan kind of move in it, move. But this girl keeps coming at you as well. So I don't know how this is. Even her footwork. Why didn't she make a miss and then move off?
She did. That's why I give credit to that girl's trainer, because every time Katie Taylor went back in a straight line, she got caught with 3 hooks or a right hand. Every time she done that particular move, she would catch her, and I realised that's what she does a lot, innit? So I think it was good game planning. So when she did try to move away, she knew exactly what to get with.
So it was range, innit?
It was
quite
big.
Cool. Yeah.
I think, and because Taylor, she keeps her chin up in the air, innit? That's not a master boxer. That's Ryan Garcia there, man. So she needs to work on those certain things before she improves. But she's not what we thought she was, innit? She's really not.
Nah, but she's finding an elite level, innit? This girl hadn't lost in 8-10 years or something. Like,
yeah,
so
that's
it's not. You can't just walk away. But you can't just beat everyone.
Someone of that style would not beat Clarissa Shields.
Yeah,
that's the thing, innit? Clarissa Shields is the one.
She hits hard. Like, she stops you.
But she's not as easy to hit as well, though. Because Katie Taylor looked like you could hit her any time you wanted to, innit?
Yeah, like, oh, you hit, I hit, you hit, I
exactly.
hit. Like, what's going on here? But then the funny thing is, when she was on the ropes urging Pursuits on, she did have some success doing that, you know. Like she was missing him and like missing her and then hitting, pot shotting, but it's just not enough. And this girl, because she wasn't even boxing, innit? Soon she would just jump out like crazy stuff going on.
Salido kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the hell is this? But I think that was the fight of the night, though. Give the girls props. Yeah,
back and forth, innit? Who else was it? Josh Kelly gets a draw with Ray Robinson. You know, there's one boxer. You know, Coley's boring to watch, innit?
Yeah.
But he'll get you a knockout or something, innit? Yeah. Josh Kelly, he'll stand there. He will literally move his head back and forth. Like, what is he doing? There's sometimes just like, what are you doing? Like, he's like, you know, on Instagram when they put the clips together, I genuinely think he goes to the room and thinks, I need a new show reel. So I need to do this early. You get what I'm trying to say, innit? So he doesn't actually, just for the sake of it though, not to be effective. That's why he pisses me off just to watch it. That's why I can't lie. I had him winning, but I was happy he got the draw. I was just happy. He needs to learn. You can't just go in the ring and just be flashy. I actually have to hit him, make him know.
I don't know, but he's had one. This is not one of his like. It's not the first time he's had a performance like this a bit, innit? Like it's because he doesn't offset people. He doesn't give them different like. He doesn't make you think about what you're doing as well. And it's just I don't know. It's a weird one. Is he as good as people say he is?
Nah, but he can be though, because his whole style is reactionary, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna make you miss, and then I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. It's not, I'm going to pose myself on you. Even Floyd, he'll pot shot you. He won't just wait for you to miss. He'll come with that pot shot. This guy, he doesn't jab. He doesn't do anything. Just expects to make you miss and then make you pay. But most times he doesn't even try and make you pay.
Because the thing is, this is 147 though, innit? And they're acting like this guy because like in British boxing they're like, Josh Kelly, like little kids know who Josh Kelly is. Like it's actually a big name, you know. Yeah, but Josh Kelly's a big name. People know who Josh Kelly is.
Can't lie. As soon as I saw his style, I knew 147. You're not winning a belt.
There's limits in it.
Yeah, there's limits. You have to do that the low weight class, not this one.
Because who? Like Sean Porter.
Nah, I don't want to think about that. That's just bad styles for him, innit? Because you know what it is, if he had power, that's one thing maybe, innit? But if you haven't got enough to keep someone like Ray Robinson off you, it's gonna be a long day for you, man.
Like, and the thing is, Adam Booth, his trainer, keeps saying, "Oh, this is the best fighter I've got IQ wise." It's like I've ever trained. This is the best IQ fighter I've ever trained.
Didn't he say physically?
No, I said IQ. It's like, when it comes to ring IQ, when it comes to how understanding of the game, this is the best fight I've ever had. This is now. Imagine what he can get to. So Adam Booth is kind of, he's gassing him up a bit.
That's high praise, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I think Groves has good IQ for me. That's yeah.
The question is how? I don't see it. Josh Kelly's IQ. But some of the things he do, you're like, yo, that's incredible, isn't it? But it's just the basic things that he doesn't do. That's what it takes. But you know, if he jabs that guy, he wins every round.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like he has to make major adjustments. But it's like, why are you not doing that anyway?
I don't know. Josh Kelly's. I don't know. It's a difficult one. I think they should rematch though.
Yeah, they will win it because he doesn't have that draw on his ledger. But he just needs to take it more seriously. Just let me win the fight, play around later. That's all it takes, isn't it? Because even the first few rounds, I don't think he actually got touched anyway. And that's another thing. He's got stamina issues, you know that.
I think
he just took this thing out of him. I think after the third round, he had to put his hands up because he knew the reflexes weren't there.
Okay. And why is it so hard for fighters? For a jab properly. What are they doing in the ring?
Mentally, innit? I think, but even now, people don't jab as much as they did, innit? Joshua Buatsi stopped Marco Antonio Periban. I think it was the 4th or 5th round. What do you make of his performance?
Nah, that's my guy, innit? Buatsi, amongst all the, I think he's a special talent. He's a special talent because he's clean, yeah. Hits you he's technical, but with bad intentions. Yeah, he's like the perfect boxer puncher. Yeah. And a lot of fighters are like, they don't know what to do with him because do you attack him, do you defend? Whatever you do, he's coming for you. But obviously, it's not. I don't know how you can assess it when it's Marco Antonio Paraban who's way past, and he's a super middleweight going up to light heavyweight.
2 years out there.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not gonna talk about that particular match, but. Yeah, Buatsi is a talent. It's like what we have Anthony Yard fighting Kovalev, same division. Most people are gonna tell you Buatsi. Even everyone in British boxing knows Buatsi is better than Anthony Yard. You know that, innit? So yeah, for those who don't know who Buatsi is, that's that guy.
I'm trying to come off him a bit, you know.
Serious, because
I feel like he rushes his work so much. Because even the last fight for the British title, he missed a lot. He missed a lot of punches. And against Quillen, it was Quillen, innit, before that. He looked a bit...
it was Quillen, Chris Eubank.
Guy Chris Eubank. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it seems like he's not patient, he's not doing anything. His talent is carrying him so far. But like, if he was to fight someone like a Kovalev or a Baddy Jack, where he's just rushing and just...
But do you think that's what he's going to do, or do you think he knows the level of position? He's just thinking, let me just get them out of here? And Wait, a lot. The fight previous. I don't think was it. I think he fought someone after Quillen. No,
British title and Quillen before that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, in the British title fight, he wasn't scared to trade because he knew he was gonna knock the guy out. You see it? Because I get what you're saying. It looks like he's trading a lot. Yeah, he's there to be hit. It looks like, but has he looked like he's hurt yet? So I feel like once he realizes, yo, this is easy for me, he just comes there. I think it's a bit too easy for him, but technique wise and the poise, I like the boy. I like him a lot.
Chris Algieri stopped Tommy Coyle in the 8th round of their contest. That was another good fight as well. When I watched that live, I thought this could be the fight of the night, innit? So Algieri, of course, he was a better boxer than Coyle. Comes out, he's boxing him. In the second round, it looked like he was about to get stopped. He gets caught with a punch. His legs are completely gone, and then they continue to exchange. And then eventually, I think Tommy Coyle he kind of gassed out. And then he never had much left, and then they stopped in the corner. You know, it was a bit. I felt bad for him because he was like, "Don't stop me at Madison Square Garden to his trainer," and I felt a bit teary-eyed. Yeah, that's quite deep, isn't it? But he was getting completely outclassed. What do you think of the fight?
Yeah, I think stylistically, it was always going to be a fun fight, isn't it? Algieri is rangy, but for some reason he likes to get involved. Yeah, so he fought Provodnikov. Was it a Provodnikov fight? Yeah. That was crazy, you know.
Yeah, his eye was all bust.
Yeah. So he fought and one of the best Tommy Cole fights is him against Derry Matthews. He loses that fight. I think Matthews nails him in the last round or something. Yeah, but very, very good fight. And we all know Tommy Cole's a come forward fighter. He's always fun. He fought one Mexican kid. Do you remember that? That was a good fight. It was all down. Like he's
obviously lost to Campbell, innit?
Yeah, so he's always a fun, friendly fighter. So stylistically, it was always going to be a fun fight. I think Coyle drops him in the 3rd round. Yeah, I think he drops him in the 3rd round, and then Algieri. I think Coyle is old now. I don't know how old he is. Maybe like in his 30s now, and Algieri just kind of comes on. I think it was a match of 2 over the hill fighters, just laying it all on the line, kind of. But obviously Algieri's fought at a higher level in his class, and boxing abilities carried him through. But moving forward, Algieri, I don't know about you, but yeah, it's not looking.
He's at 140 again now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But who can he even trouble?
Fight, yeah, because if Algieri is giving you that many problems, what are you doing? Because when he was a world champion there, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's fought Provodnikov, Pacquiao, Amir Khan. He's fought at a really, really high level. Just think now it's not there anymore.
I think they'll try and match him with Hooker. Hooker's one of theirs guys, isn't it? I think him versus Hooker. And that'll be a good learning fight for Hooker. I don't think he's that good as advertised, so we'll see if he's got that boxing pedigree. But Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor, is to stay away from them.
That's what I was going to bring that
stay
name
away, innit? So
because even the Josh Taylor fight, that was a good fight, you know. The one that he won. It was close, but I'm saying this in general, and then I think Prograis, I don't see that as being a contest at all. The levels are a bit like one is elite, the other one's a good fight. I think Joe Taylor is a very, very good fighter. Prograis is elite level, and I think he's gonna show that, but that's for another day.
That's the whole card done, isn't it?
I think that's the whole card.
Moving on to this weekend, there's only 2 cards, so it'll be a quick one. The first one, your favourite fighter, Gennady Golovkin, is fighting against Steve Rose. I've done my video on that if you want to see that.
When was Golovkin my favourite fighter?
when you talk about him and Canelo, you act like he is.
Nah. Golovkin, I've never been a Golovkin guy like that. No way. But yeah.
You put me onto him, you know. Back in the day, yeah, remember?
Yeah, because I think it was quiet, innit? Because that Golovkin was a very, very good fighter. Now, obviously he's good. Of course, he's older now, innit? He's regressed a bit, but it's interesting to see. I want to see if he's going to show us more boxing skills, because some of his performances have looked like he just looks like a come forward fighter with, he's not really doing anything. Banks, what's his name?
Jonathan Banks.
Yeah, Jonathan Banks. Yeah. We'll see, because a lot of the guys from his background, they want to set up with a jab in it. So we'll see if he's going to teach him, because it's a simple just maybe give him a jab, because if he's fighting Canelo with a jab, it might change things. Or if he's keeping it simple, because we all know he's strong, his punches hurt. But sometimes just sticking to your boxing, yeah, might help him. So I think that's what honestly, a Canelo that keeps it simple and maybe learn how to steal rounds better. Put it that way, yeah.
I think he's looking more fluid in the videos they're putting out. And one thing I see, he doesn't actually feint much, does he?
No,
every time he just goes straight power punches only. Of course, that's Abel Sanchez. That's the swing for him. Probably will have more head movement, those kind of things. But it's just, for me, it's just that this level of opponent, it won't really tell us anything. That's the problem. It's like when Cotto faced the Daniel Gills at 155. It's
exactly,
like, what? I'm not learning anything here. I'm just seeing you beat someone up, and that's why I'm not looking forward to it. The undercard this year, I looked at it once. I could not name an opponent. I didn't know any of them, so just made me leave it. But I guess that's GGG Promotions coming now. Oscar Valdez returns to the ring this weekend against Jason Sanchez. Wait, that's his name, innit? Yeah, Jason Sanchez. Sanchez is undefeated because he hasn't faced anyone good. I think it's like 12-0, 7 KOs. I was gonna say that since it's his first fight from breaking his jaw against Scott Quigg, that you can't blame him. But it's actually his second fight since then. He's fought once, and he broke his jaw like over a year and a half ago. But he has, other than Scott Quigg, he has not faced anyone, literally. So
the featherweight's a good division as well.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of fighters he could be facing, but he wasn't. And I think before he went to Canelo and joined that team, I thought he was the most beatable champion because he's been dropped by less opponents. He gasses out. He only throws punches at 100 miles per hour, but he's got a lot of talent there as well. So if Canelo's trainer can make him good, do the basics right, he's got a lot of natural talent that will carry him.
That's the thing. Canelo really rates his trainer. You know, he keeps saying that this is the best trainer in boxing. What does he get? No award. What does he get? So I think it'll be good to see what he does with Valdez, so then we can actually, test how, see how good the trainer is. But are we even gonna talk about this fight?
He's got to mention it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we all know what's gonna happen. So I think Oscar Valdez for the KO right there.
Who do you think would beat him at that weight?
That's a good question. Who wins? Valdez, Santa Cruz.
I think that'll be a tough one, but Valdez hits harder though.
Yeah, but Santa Cruz can stay busy as well though.
Yeah, and he can keep at range because Valdez is already short.
I think him against Josh Warrington will be a good fight. I'd like to see that one. But I don't know. There's in 2 weeks, well, 1.5 weeks now, you've got the Warrington Kid Galahad. I've always liked Kid Galahad. I won't lie to you. I don't know. I have a high affinity to their gym. The Ingle gym. Yeah, Ingle gym. He's an Ingle fighter. He's gonna beat Frank Warrington. There's no, in my head, that is a complete mismatch. Like 3.5 odds or something like that. Get on that, guys. But yeah, Kid Galahad's gonna come and surprise people. And the good thing is, Kid Galahad is not really a big name, so he's gonna get. It's this thing where if you're not a big name and you've got a world title, it can work. It makes you fearless. Yeah, you're not scared to fight anyone because you want to get paid in it. But at the same time, some fighters won't want to fight you. But because he's got the title, it's gonna make it easier for him. So I feel like Kid Galahad's gonna get involved in a lot of good fights. I think he was mostly on Channel 5 on the UK, like terrestrial television. He's come through the hardest way. Even for this fight, Warrington, Frank Warren did not want anything to do with him. Yeah. So yeah, who would beat Oscar Valdez? I think I want to see him against Leo Santa Cruz. That would be a good fight.
I think Shakur Stevenson now, I think he could beat him.
Yeah, but that's because we know Shakur, that's a special talent, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's, probably beats mostly.
But it's a styles as well, though. I think that's a bad style for Valdez.
Okay.
So you don't really remember seeing me like using a jab too much. He's good at body shots though, hooks and that. But
get counter punch in it,
yeah,
and he keeps himself open.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's a stacked dude. They just need to fight each other though. There's like six top guys there, exactly. And we haven't seen any of them. So you're just gonna see Mares versus Santa Cruz free.
There's a lot of fighters in the States, but we're getting the best fights in the UK.
Yeah, that's
It's not,
crazy.
really, it's not
innit?
even that deep.
There's
in the
only 3
UK,
here.
Yeah,
innit?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
yo, come on, step up, guys. Like,
Even then, I haven't seen Galahad fight still. I still never watched it.
okay.
I have to look. But
It was
Josh
apparently-
Warrington is my least favourite fighter. But he's one I'll back every single
so
fight.
that-
But I had
It's
a
effective
strong
style,
feeling.
innit?
Yeah, it's the worst one to watch, but his style's effective.
No, but you told me even, when the Lee Selby fight, you're like, you're sure, you're like, Warrington's gonna win this one, isn't it? Remember
Yeah,
saying
the Frampton
that,
one. The Frampton one.
innit? Was it the Frampton one?
Yeah,
Okay,
Selby, I had Selby.
Okay,
I had
okay,
Selby.
okay, yeah, maybe it was a Frampton. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
Frampton one. You're like, it's easy. This is,
Yeah.
but that's because Frampton was over the hill as well.
Yeah,
innit?
exactly. But even then, even if it was in his prime, I think it's a bad style
Okay,
matchup.
yeah, because Frampton likes he admires his work a bit, and like he
Mm.
likes to stay there, give you a counter punch, and then
And
move around.
he's
and-
always had a bad gas tank, innit?
Mm.
So it was going to be tough for him. But he even lost early in this one, innit? Like the early rounds, he was losing a few of them. Frampton.
Looks like Warrington just established himself. He was there like, this is me. Like, what
Yeah,
can
what you gonna do?
Yeah,
Yeah. And he couldn't do nothing. But it's hard. It's like even I wondered to myself, what game plan would you give Galahad then? Because
but he can he'll outbox him, innit? He won't get hit easily. And basically, I mean, this is one of those where this is, so I see this as a Katie Taylor Pursuit fight. Yeah, you have to hypnotize him. I call it hypnotize. That's why I call boxing IQ. Yeah, it's like Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Whether people you can tell me Wilder was kept throwing punches. No, he wasn't. Yeah,
it was a low activity
yeah,
fight.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what Fury does to you. That you against someone who you know is trying to hit you a lot. Just make them think. Then the moment you make them think, you're hitting them with a jab. You're moving around. They have no idea what's going on. They become bamboozled. That's because I feel like technically, Kid Galahad is better. He's got a good trainer. Letting him to move, pot shot, this and that. So we'll see. As long as Kid Galahad stays away from the ropes, this should be a good fight. But yeah, I think we'll break that down next week properly. But yeah,
You need to watch him as well.
Mm.
I think that's about it for this week, innit?
Mm.
Thank you for watching the Purist podcast, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.